Shalom, and welcome to Bible Conservatory. Today we're going to challenge the stupidity of the Three Stooges' interpretation of scriptures in their videos. Jesus is not the prophet, does the Torah prophesy about Jesus, and a prophet greater than Moses. But in this study, we're going to reply to the Stooges' questions and focus on Yeshua as the prophet of Moses.
Chapter 18. The Lord your God will raise up for you a prophet like me from among your fellow Israelites, and you must listen to that prophet. For this is what you yourselves requested of the Lord your God when you were assembled at Mount Sinai. You begged that you might never again have to listen to the voice of the Lord your God, or see this blazing fire for fear you would die. Then the Lord said to me, Fine, I will do as they have requested. I will raise up a prophet like you from among their fellow Israelites. I will tell that prophet what to say, and he will tell the people everything I command him. I will personally deal with anyone who will not listen to the messages the prophet proclaims on my behalf.
The common people of Israel, the kings, the priests, and the elders are all under the authority of the Torah and the prophets. The prophet's primary job is to get the kings and the people back to the word of Moses. But Deacon George and Judaism teach that they are equal to the Torah and have Mosaic authority. Since the Three Stooges, aka Sons of Gibeah, they all think they have graduated into Judaism, and in their videos, they're trying to show their scholarship in biblical information, but they end up showing a PhD scholarship in biblical stupidity. Deacon George and the Stooges claim that the prophet of Moses is Joshua the son of Nun, and Deacon George tries to back it up with scripture.
And then my Christian critic claimed that the prophet mentioned in Deuteronomy 18 is clearly referring to Jesus. Because to think that when God said to the Israelites that he would raise up a prophet like Moses, that he was referring to Jesus of Nazareth, and they would have known this instead of assuming it was Moses' successor Joshua, is really stretching it. Why? Because it states, the Lord said to me, what they said is good. I will raise up for them a prophet like you from among their brothers. I will put my words in his mouth. And after this we see, as it states in Joshua 3:9, and Joshua said unto the children of Israel, come here and hear the words of the Lord your God, his words. When it even states in Joshua 1:5, as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not fail you nor forsake you. It was clearly talking about Joshua. Just like I said in Joshua 3:7, and God said unto Joshua, this day will I begin to magnify you in the sight of all of Israel. They may know that as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. So clearly, Joshua was a more likely candidate than Jesus of Nazareth.
In Deacon George's video, Does the Torah Prophesize About Jesus, he claims he read the Gospels, and he says that in the Gospels there's not one reference that the Gospels prophesies about Jesus. But what puzzled me in the video was the hand movement. I don't know if he was trying to talk to deaf people or some type of mantra witchcraft or some type of rabbinic disc jockey hand movement. He actually offers a challenge.
Thank you for joining me for another short talk. And friends, I was doing a little bit of research after this debate I had with these Messianics on is the picture or the man of Yeshua or Jesus actually prophesied in the Torah. So, where's the first place I checked? The Gospels. The only actual account we have of the life of Jesus and what he may have said. And you know what? Not once does he ever reference the Torah to in some way justify his existence. Now, there are references made towards the snake being lifted up. Okay, fine. That's not proof or some sort of prophecy justifying his existence. Not once, and this is a challenge that I'm offering everyone listening, if you could actually find that the gospel make an attempt to justify Jesus or to prove Jesus within the pages of the Torah. Not once. It doesn't quote Deuteronomy 18. It doesn't quote Genesis 49. It doesn't quote any other reference that Messianics quote today to say, well, Jesus is in the Torah, not according to the Gospels.
This is what's called a triple lie. Deacon George was a Baptist, and us Christians, we don't fully read the Bible. We do believe in the Bible, but we only read what fits our church and our own theology. The second lie is Deacon George believes in the Mishnah, and the Gospels are not allowed to be read. The Gospels are considered non-canon books, and if anyone reads non-canon books, they will not be a part of the world to come. But in this verse, the Mishnah contradicts itself, because the Mishnah is a non-canon book. Where is the Mishnah in the Bible? Maybe the Mishnah might be holy because it predicts its own doom.